Shoop says Shadow's team won the draft. You know, I think they have a lot of great potential for carry. They got their hands on the Xerath. They got good peel for the fighter. I don't disagree with you. I think late game's going to be exciting for GGG. We'll see how it shakes out here.
Well, they have to survive the laning phase first, which will be difficult against Fizzy's against Vex on this Xerath. But enough about that.
Here
right
we go. Game 1.
Minions have spawned.
A lot going on here.
Yep, it's going to be tomfoolery in the top lane. As we've
a little bit of trading going on already. Ooh.
Yeah, as Zeus forced to burn the heal already.
Oh, fighter already getting the barrier.
Yeah, that's the barrier out from the Sivir.
Oh, Sivir electing to recall.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty big. It's going to give this Caitlyn lane priority over these early wave states. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And Sivir probably going to end up losing a ton of CS because of this proactive play here from Fighter and Arigato in the bot lane. But yeah, both junglers presumably going to look to clear from red to blue.
Yeah, Fighter moving up to get a deep ward into the jungle here. Does not want to be a victim to Gabe, so going to get some early vision, keep himself a little bit safer there.
It looks like Shadow is attempting
oh, with the
to go
flash.
That's a flash in from Arigato.
Yeah, questionable
just
decision.
Before he hit level 2. I think he was expecting to hit level 2 earlier rather than that to potentially use the level up timer, try and catch up the bot lane of GGG once again, but just mistiming it just a little bit there.
So now 2 summoner spells for 2 summoner spells there on the side of the bot lane here.
Yeah. And actually, Zeus staying behind in lane, this Soraka has so much lane sustain. So hold that thought in the top lane. Tomfoolery getting bullied out heavily by Termac here. That's will live for now, but this Garen is not really having a good time. Okay. Alright, well.
Yeah, Gabe on a ward here, clearing towards the bot side of the map, but already on a ward, so they do have knowledge of his presence.
Yeah, Fighter and Arigato, they know that the jungle is in the bot side. But will they elect to respect it after all? It is still a Nocturne that's not hit level 6 yet.
Correct. Not too much to be afraid of yet, but obviously a lot of fear could be coming out later on in this game.
They do have vision in that pixel brush in the to potentially look for to search for any jungle gank angles, but okay, not gonna do anything. Both junglers just going to go completely even here, just gonna go for full clear into Scuttle Crab. Nothing to see here. As so far, this game gone very quiet so far, and actually, despite losing that early lane priority,
Shadow looking to bully a little bit in Gabe's jungle here. Liv is moving to rotate, but following closely behind is Xerath.
Yeah, Vex does land the stun onto the Veigar as Liv backs away for now. Gabe continuing to chase as here comes Zeus.
Oh, timely roam here from
Soraka. To protect the
Soraka.
rest of his team. Shadow gonna have to flash away. Gabe flash follows as Zeus going to have to flash in as well to protect his jungler. They will be able to secure first blood here onto Shadow. Liv forced to flash for it, but it will still be first blood for this Veigar.
Yeah, timely roam there from Zeus to really turn around that whole series of events for his team. Well played on the side of Gabe's Glizzy Gobblers.
It's not, and I honestly might have been a bit over aggressive there from Shadow, but Zeus using that tempo that he had from that bot lane push excellently to read that play and to help out his team when they needed it. Yeah,
we know Shadow loves to counter jungle. We know he loves to bully. There's definitely a rivalry here between Gabe and Shadow in the jungle. Gonna probably see a lot of aggressive plays from both sides, if I had to guess. Meanwhile, Rose, if you see me say Rose, or hear me say Rose, I'm speaking of Sivir here, with the Asian characters.
Yeah, Rose. Yeah, Rose and our patented Sivir player has actually played out this early game amazingly. Dodges away from the crash down there as well. Arigato not being able to land any sort of engage onto the Sivir thus far. Meanwhile, on the top side, Termac just going to devour the Garen down.
Oh no, hitting level 6 there. Let me get an instant replay on that real quick. Just running him down.
It's just level up timers as here comes the Arcane though. Termac needing to dodge away, does get hit by all three flashes from it, but will end up surviving from Fizzy's ultimate in the end there. Termac having a bit of a heart attack up in the top side.
Oh no, Arigato eating some turret shots there. Gabe is roaming down, looking for the gank angle here. They have vision, but not able to move. Probably going to go down here.
Yeah, here comes Gabe. Where's the Q going to land? It does land onto Arigato. That's going to be a dead rel. Exhaust is going to be used onto the Nocturne.
Well, actually, there we go.
Both bot laners managing to escape that gank attempt with both of their lives. Fighter forced to flash for that, but I think you 100% take that for the side of Team GGG.
Well played.
As now,
well played.
this is a perfect dragon opportunity with this with this priority you have in the bot lane. Now, Liv might have some trouble clearing out the mid wave, but that's going to be fine.
See Shadow getting the counter jungling it up here. Yeah, stealing some of his camps up here on the red side.
Yeah, and that's probably the move that you want to do, that you want to be doing here as the Shen. As Gabe, now hitting level 6, can use that paranoia to lane gank basically anywhere on the map.
Going to discover here what's happened. Will he make it to his red buff in time? No, he will not. Not even going to see Shadow on a ward as Shadow walks right out. Over a pink.
Yeah, Shadow.
He's not, What timing there?
Yeah, Shadow just acting like a thief in the night. Excuse me. He will not be spotted out by the Nocturne there. So far, a couple of kills going over to the side of Team GGG. Specifically, Termac here on this Cho'Gath is being a big strong dinosaur, which Team GGG definitely wants.
Strong start here, and like I said before, having these two infinitely scaling champions between Veigar and Cho'Gath, the late game's looking pretty good for them. So with the performance that we've seen so far, they seem to be in a pretty good spot to maybe take game 1. But obviously we know anything can happen.
Yeah, especially when you pair that with the Sivir, who can just wave clear for ages and becomes a massive late game threat, and with also that capability to speed up the rest of her team with the call. Is it Call the Hunt? No, it's On the Hunt. With the On the Hunt. Paired up with the Cho'Gath and the Veigar, that could potentially lead to some nasty fights on the side of Team GGG if TSK are not careful. But still game 1, and we know for a fact that this series is going to 3 games.
Never say we know for a fact, but I do feel pretty confident. Alright, now bot side of the map does have both junglers roaming here, so we'll probably see a gank and a counter gank if I had to guess.
Arigato for LP spot on. That's Briar's Bloom, but Shadow not spotted there, and we'll be able to vacate this Gabe out of this blue side, out of this bot side river. So far, not much action happening just yet. Gabe might look to try and use that paranoia on the top side with tomfoolery. So malnourished here at the top side, down more than double the CS of Termac. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a little bit of a disparity here in the top lane so far. Tomfoolery just looking to survive. Gabe going to elect to start the Void Grubs here.
Yeah, the Void Grubs. I think Shadow is walking up to try and
Tomfoolery finding himself in a
here.
bad spot here once again, but
Yeah,
Shadow is moving in.
Lands a Rupture, forces the Stand United here from the Shen, as here comes a Paranoia as well. They are going to flash in onto Turmac here, as will they be able to get the Demacian Justice? They won't be able to, as Shadow of Light does manage to get the kill onto Turmac, flashes away from Gabe, but won't be able to manage to get the kill here, as here comes right into the Arcane. Gabe trying to dodge away from all of these shots. He will be able to dodge from all three, but Shadow does kind of counter Nocturne here with that Spirit's Refuge. And Gabe, one more auto will kill him, and there he goes. Double kill going over to Shadow of Light there in the jungle.
Oh, just like that. Taking a crazy circumstance there and making the best of it as they now close the gap a little bit here.
Honestly, the Shen pick coming in clutch here with that Spirit's Refuge. This Nocturne is kind of struggling to do very much damage to the Shen. As, yes, Turmac got another kill, but Tomfoolery still manages to pick up that wave. Now Shadow of Light, will he elect to finish off these Void Grubs? He will. As everyone goes back to
GGG knows something is up here as they're pinging up. Listen, mid is missing, top is missing. We know they probably just slayed that Grubs.
And I think that's the right call. I feel like if you're Team GGG, you can afford to let the game to just sit back, to just farm, and then let the game play out late, since you've already picked up first dragon. You are guaranteed at least 3 more dragons before that soul spawns. And with this Vhagar and Cho'Gath, with the infinite scaling, is Hold That Thought, Arigato for LP, looking to try and gank Liv here, but Zeus is going to back him up as Arigato going to flash in.
Yeah.
Not sure about that decision there.
Flash engaging into the 2v3, definitely a questionable decision.
Yep.
Gonna look to just escape with their life now.
He's going to go in. Zereth going to buy space away from the Rel.
And listen, if we can see Arigato to get a quick reset here, they'll probably make it back in time for this dragon fight. Gabe gonna look to rush this dragon and get it done.
Well, about that, Shadow of Light is in the top side because Tomfoolery got solo killed once again. I think it was a solo kill. Actually, yeah, it was a solo kill in the top side.
Let's get a quick replay of that.
So Shadow of Light, we'll need to get a replay of that. As
just coming out of the bush there, and man, unfortunately, Tomfoolery just being run down there as he does have his ult. Once again, he's gonna get his health low enough, and he's just missing the ults, so a little bit of light in that tunnel, but meanwhile, in real time, we did see the dragon go over to the side of Glibkizzy Gobblers. Silent Knight's unable to contest it. 2 dragons now over on GGG.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gold difference here. It's actually not that far behind for the side of TSK. They're only about 1,000 gold behind. But if you're looking at the individual gold leads, this Garen is down 2k gold. Well, this Cho'Gath has finished a Heartsteel already. So that's going to be very scary. As
very
just some
scary
marginal
indeed.
gold leads for the side of Team TSK everywhere else on the map, like about 200, maybe anywhere from 200 to 800 gold.
Shadow, look
Shadow
at
of Light now looking to
this
steal away the blue buff.
and he does manage to steal.
Yep.
Yep.
The Event Horizon was used to potentially look and get a pick there, but it's not going to find anything. Fighter now alone in this bot side. Gonna choke out Zeus for a lot of
Oh my goodness!
Going to get solo killed once again. Turmac proving just how threatening he is on this
Get a quick
Cho'Gath.
instant replay of this as Turmac just again bullies his opponents in the top side of the map. We've seen this before. We've seen this Cho'Gath before, and we are all scared. We are all afraid.
How much more how much further will this go before we are officially allowed to classify it as cyberbullying?
Listen, you may want to be you may want to have the report being filed already.
I think we should have filed that report 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
fighters.
hey, if you're TSK, if you're TSK, as long as you don't look top lane, it's actually looking quite okay for you though so far. You have a marginal gold lead in the bot lane as Ace in the hole going to be used onto Zeus there, as now going to have to dodge away from the right of the arcane, uses the wish to heal himself back up as well, as Gabe going to use the paranoia to block out the vision here from Fizzy from the right of the arcane, as now the Magnet Storm going to come in down with Rosen. She's going to go down.
Zeus just walking back.
Fighter, and meanwhile Fex going to secure that kill onto Zeus as well.
And what a series of events there in the bot side of the map.
Okay. Yeah, TSK overloading the bot side of the map to even out this struggling top lane, and that'll actually be the first turret being taken here for the side of TSK.
Yeah, and this is exactly what TSK needs. They need to win through the bot side of the map, as top side is certainly the weak side of the map for them. A little bit of an opposite scenario over on the side of Glabe's Gizzy Gooblers.
Gabe's Glizzy Gobblers.
Yeah, GGG. As they are going to look to play through the top side of the map here and let Termac become an absolute menace in the top lane and hopefully carry their team fights later.
All right. And it's Fex here with the ultimates being used that have just been so impactful these fights.
Yeah, Dragon spawning at about 1 minute. This will put them on soul point if they can secure it on the red side.
Yeah, Chemtech Soul, maybe not the best. Actually, wait, no. What am I talking about? They have a Soraka. A Chemtech Soul here would be insane in value. For the side of Team GGG. It's Tomfoolery going to look to try and clear the wave away, but Termac just going to ignore him.
We've seen this before.
I think Tomfoolery might just get solo killed here once again as he tries to flash away. That's the Stand United being used here from Shadow of Light, forces Termac to flash away. I'm not sure he really needed to though.
Yeah, I think he probably could have pressed that a little bit farther.
Going to be used on the bot side of the map as the Magnet Storm comes out to try and protect Fighter, but flash in from It's Lived, and that's Fighter going down. Arigato going to be going down second, as meanwhile on the top side, Termac just going to turn on to Tomfoolery there. Arigato for LP, still trying to escape from the wrath of Team GGG, but it's not going to be enough. It's Lived picks up a double.
Goodness.
Just as the dragon spawns as well.
Yeah, and so listen, Shadow ulted up there to save Tomfoolery once. Tomfoolery found himself in a bit of a predicament again, and we did not see that as we were focused on the bot side of the map. But listen, we all know what happened as Cho'Gath
not
is
even going to
eating
give
once again.
Shadow any opportunity to try and steal someone away.
Oh!
My God, he gets it! He gets it!
He lands the timely
smite! Get away
smite!
as well. He gets away with it. It's daylight robbery here from the side of Team TSK. Meanwhile, Fex picks up a kill off on Zeus with the right of the arcane. TSK not willing to go down without a fight.
Yep. And listen, the two late game carries that they need to be fed, Vhagar and Cho'Gath, are exactly who's getting fed. However, Silent Knights are not going to go down quietly, and they are going to look for any opportunity to take this game away from Glabe's Gabooblers. And so, listen, we know this is going to be a great game. We know this is probably going to 3 games, and I am still not confident on either side taking this game firmly. Take a look at the gold.
I mean,
only about a 1,000 gold lead over on the side of the Gabooblers. Silent Knights
that's why
still
I just
very
tend
much
to
in
say
this.
Team GGG. I think the deciding factor of this game will be Fex on this Xerath. He's already made a majority of the plays for TSK here in the mid lane. If Fizzy can manage to get some kills onto Liv, onto the Xerath, or from the Xerath onto the Sivir, the Vhagar, even the Soraka, they can maybe look to try and turn the fight. But again, it's going to be quite. I think it's going to be quite difficult.
Right.
Paranoia
Yeah,
going to use
Fighter.
again on the bot side. Fighter going to use the barrier to try and get away, but Termac is still here, and actually going to get rooted up here as Stand United going to be used to keep this Caitlyn safe. Termac now going to go down here. Eventually, shutdown goes over the fighter.
Huge shutdown going over the fighter. Yes, yes, that is exactly what they want to see happen. Is they need to carry through the bot side of this map. Listen.
Very good response here from Shadow of Light here in the jungle.
Yeah, Shadow showing why Shin has pretty much been a permaban for Shadow throughout this tournament, and we're seeing why in this game right here.
Yeah, no. Very well played here from the side of TSK. As now Fighter picking up that gold there. They're now 2k ahead of Rosen there in the bot lane head-to-head. Has now picked up a second item for himself. And now this Caitlyn has the ability to chunk out this Cho'Gath. Yes, it will still take a while. But in isolated fights like that, where it's just the Cho'Gath versus the rest of the carries on the side of TSK there, he will still be in danger should the rest of the team be missing, as the Rift Herald going to be used to take out this mid-tier 1 from the side of TSK. They won't actually get it just yet, though. That mid lane tier 1 managing to hold for now.
Yep, and Sivir Rose just looking to shove those side lanes to keep pressure on the map.
And I mean, that's all she's really got to do. She's a sip, like, against the Caitlyn that just kind of outranges you. There's not a whole lot that she can do at the moment. All she really needs to do is just farm up a Storm and just look to try and do something in the late game. Probably just become an ult button for this Cho'Gath here. As Termac just going to look to side lane some more on this Cho'Gath just now. Shadow of Light going in for the fight here against Termac, as now the Rite of the Arcane being used as well. The Paranoia being used to try and peel for this Cho'Gath to try and take the vision away from this.
That's a lot of resources committed to the bot to the top side of the map there, as they easily run down this mid-tier 1 turret here.
Yeah, I mean, considering how little health it has, it's not surprising. Arigato kind of can't really get an engage angle here with this Event Horizon from the Veigar and the Silence from the Soraka.
And guess who's right back in the top lane here? Gonna look to collapse on him once again. Probably in a bit of a dangerous situation here, Termac. A little bit too late. Gonna have to fully commit.
LP, as he's going to use the Crackdown onto the Cho'Gath here. Shadow of Light now landing the Shadow Dash. And this is a dead Cho'Gath. It's just a matter of how long will it take them to kill him, and who they're going to give the kill over to. As Fighter going to miss the Piltover Peacemaker. Still going to pick up that kill, though, on Termac.
Yep. And listen, with Dragon spawning in 5 seconds, GGG going to look to collapse on the Dragon here and quickly get it. But, man, I think that they can probably make it there in time. Actually, no. Shin just now coming out of the fountain. They'll probably be able to burst this Dragon down here. I don't know if Silent Knights are going to be able to stop it.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, they do still have to stand united. Arigato for LP going to dash into the Dragon Pit, and it's actually going to be stolen away by Team SK, trying to clean up the fight now, as the Paranoia is going to be used onto the Caitlyn, but he's just so low HP. Actually, it's the Xerath, never mind, as It's Life going to try and flash away from the Rel, but it's going to get locked up. It's going to get CC'd. Ace in the hole, going to be used, but not going to be able to kill the
Oh, no. We're going to have to see that on an instant replay here.
Getting away with daylight robbery once again. There's now Rite of the Arcane being used onto the enemy team. Zeus is 1 HP. Needs to dodge away from one more. Just a minute. Zek picks up another kill.
Silent Knight's going to look to secure the Baron here, as they quickly, with 2 dead on the side of GGG, probably not going to be able to contest this Baron.
Yeah, the whole team is here. Termac does still have that feast, though. Is going to elect to use it on a minion here. I don't think they can get this Baron, as they're still trying to look to contest this. Fizzy landing as much poke as he can at the moment, as Termac.
Yeah, man, listen, that's a big dinosaur. You have to respect him, but listen, 3v5, I'm sure they can still secure this here.
Gabe's coming back, though. They might not be able to take this Baron, as Shadow of Light going to use that Shadow Dash to try and get out to Termac here. They are going to be able to secure this Baron, But here comes the team fight though, as Paranoia going to be used onto Fighter there in the back lane. He will get, that's a 3-man rupture from Termac, and they might be able to turn the fight here. Termac going to secure a double kill onto Fizzy as well. Shadow of Light forced to use the Shadow Dash to escape. Tomfoolery running for his life here from the top lane, and what looked like a really good fight from TSK just turned into a disaster Baron fight as Team GGG taking
listen, we're gonna get a quick replay on this dragon fight here. Is that Smite looked to unfortunately just Smite with 1 HP left, I believe, and so we're gonna get a quick replay on that, see exactly what went wrong. But Xerath was able to take that dragon right out from under GGG. Oh man.
Hold that thought. Shadow of Light going to look to try and fight Termac here. The wish is used to try and heal up that Cho'Gath, but it's not going to be enough. Zeus now in a bit of a predicament here. Going to be a double kill going over to Fighter after that play. Team GGG kind of overstaying after that fight, after that Baron fight. Not a good look. Not a good look for them.
Yeah, and listen, what could have been? What could have been?
This is a messy game, Lawhorn.
Yeah, what could have been Soul?
This isn't like yesterday's game where both teams were playing immaculately perfectly. Both teams are still only human at the end of the day. They're making mistakes.
What could have been Soul for GGG has now turned into two back-to-back.
And yeah,
oh, I'm muted.
Honestly, given how the laning phase is, or given how the not the laning phase, sorry. Given how this game one's been going, I don't see how this game doesn't go to 3.
Yeah, and listen, what could have been a soul already, a dragon soul for GGG, has turned into 2 back-to-back dragons stolen right off from under them. And so now we have 2 dragons on the red and 2 dragons on the blue. Listen, about a 2K gold lead over on the Silent Knights. This is still anybody's game, but we've definitely seen some clutch performances from Team Silent Knights here.
But Fizzy and Fighter being the deciding factors here for the side of TSK. Gabe needs to get his dive onto these carries, and he will do the stat effect. Mispositioned here away from the rest of the team. He's going to get CC'd. He's going to go down, and Gabe just picking up a mispositioned Xerath there, as now the rest of TSK need to flee from this fight.
Yeah, dragon spawning in about 56 seconds, so I do believe that Xerath will make it back for that fight, but definitely a good call out there.
Yeah, but this gives Team GGG the opportunity to try and set some vision down before this dragon spawns. Okay, surely they can't get it stolen 3 times in a row, right?
Right? Do you know who's playing that Shin on the side of Silent Knights?
True. Shadow being a decisive player here for the side of TSK. Honestly, my pick for player of the game, if they do end up winning this game. Oregon for LP going to dive onto Termac here, but it's just a rel at the end of the day. Actually, Team GGG now looking to turn onto this rel here. Not going to manage to do that though, as the Dragon Soul point for both teams has now just spawned. Tomfoolery going to push out that top lane. Does still have that roll quest TP to get into the rest of the fight if they need him to be down here. But Team GGG not electing to start the Dragon up just yet, as Termac going to start hitting it now. Shadow of Light on the flank angle. Not going to be there to defend his Caitlyn though, as Vex and Fighter on the backside of the fight.
Shadow a little bit of position here, gonna get collapsed on.
In a bit of misposition here, using the Shadow Dash to try and escape. That's the Paranoia being used. That's the Dragon going over to Team GGG, as Gabe eventually falls to the side of Knights, as Fighter in a bit of a misposition, definitely mispositioned himself, has to use the Knight of Calibernet to get away. Stand United going to be used to try and keep the Caitlyn safe, but he will die. And that will be the Rite of the Arcane being used to take out the Sivir as well. But, Dragon secured for the Team GGG.
Dragon secured for GGG, but meanwhile in the top lane, Tomfoolery has been putting in work on these turrets. Liv going to make it.
Yeah, Tomfoolery just not caring about the team fight, honestly. Just trying to secure as much gold as possible for the for himself in the top side, has not quite evened out the gold lead just yet.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
mid tier 1 falling there in the mid lane.
Yeah, using that tempo from the dragon fight to be able to push out that mid tier 1. As yeah, Team Silent Knights, they might not be winning. They might not have won the team fight, but definitely not too upset by that.
Well, it was a 2 for 2. Okay, they lost the dragon, but team fight did not go too poorly for them.
2 for 2, but they lost the dragon, but they got both of the top lane turrets and almost got the inhibitor turret as well. I think you take that.
And I agree with Shu. Shadow living in that fight is crazy because we saw his health go down to about 20% as he was caught in a little bit of a position miscalculation there, but does end up living.
Yeah, Shadow definitely. We thought that he was mispositioned there, but he did live. Unfortunately, because Tomfoolery was there in the top side, that left no frontliner for the side of TSK's carries of the Xerath, of the Caitlyn, and yeah, Team GGG punishing that lack of a front line and immaculately, and now looking to try TSK looking to try and secure some vision around this Baron pit, but Termac is not going to care. He's just going to do top lane things and just push out the side lanes. As Fighter moving now to match this Cho'Gath, but this Baron, they could take it. I mean, they not take it, but like they have vision over it.
Yeah, they have vision control. Most of the blue side kind of floating down there towards Termac. Could very quickly move back up to this Baron, though. They'll have to take it fast.
Yeah, here comes the rest of Team GGG, though. They are going to elect to just start it up right now. They sweep it out. There's no vision up here. It's gone. This Baron's going to be gone before they know. Paranoia going to be used to further isolate the team members from trying to elect to move towards this Baron pit. Event Horizon has been used already, though.
Alright, Tomfoolery putting in work on the back line there. Yeah, creating a lot of space for blue team to move in here. Team Silent Knights.
Right at the Arcane used. Zeus is very low now. Has already used the Wish to try and keep the health bars high, as Arigato for LP. Now looking to try and land the engage here, as Magnet Storm still not used just yet. Will it actually use it now? That's going to be Gabe going down. Termac and Frozen caught out from the rest of the team, but Termac still manages to take out Tomfoolery in the meantime.
Yeah,
he will go down. There's the kill going on to Fighter. Arigato for LP now looking to chase away the rest of Team GGG. Shadow flashing in, doesn't manage to get the stun, the taunt onto its live, but they will be able to buy back some time from this Baron, and actually might elect to start it themselves.
Yeah, probably so. Listen, Termac's down for about 40 more seconds. Gabe's down about 20 seconds. They should be able to kill this pretty quickly, especially with Fighter there. And listen, Cho'Gath is a monster. He's a menace. He's a bully. But Fighter says, well, I've got an LDR that'll melt right through your health, and I'm not as afraid of you as I was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, this Caitlyn is, and with that third item, has just gotten insane damage. Now has a rapid fire cannon, like returning from base. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this Caitlyn is going to do some insane damage on that Cho'Gath.
Yeah, if GGG can secure this dragon spawning in about 10 seconds, they can secure the Dragon Soul for themselves, which will be huge for their win condition.
Yeah, especially with that Soraka being the pick there in the support position. These late game heals are going to be in
danger here. Yep. They smelled blood in the waters. They saw that Soraka, but Soraka able to join back up with their team here. Shadow walking blindly into this push.
Yeah, Arigato going to get stunned up by the Event Horizon, but will ultimately not get too deterred from it. As here we go. This is going to be a team fight for the ages here.
Big things coming here, Hawk.
Going to be, yeah, huh?
Big things coming. Big things coming. One of those being Cho'Gath.
Yeah. But actually, the top wave now is being pushed in for the side of Team GGG on the side. Rosen has to back away as the teleport going to be used here from Tomfoolery as the Paranoia going to be used. That's the Chemtech Soul being secured there for the side of Team GGG, but can they win the fight? That's a double knockup going on to Fighter and Shadow. Onto the backside, Termac now separated from the rest of the team. Arigato from his team as well, as now they're looking to turn the fight. That's the knockup going on to Fighter. Gabe now looking to buy some space for the rest of the team as Vex not managing to land any of the poke. Meanwhile, on the top side, Rosen managing to solo kill Tomfoolery there, who tried to go for the back door. As Team GGG just playing out that dragon fight immaculately well, despite being down a player, as now they're going to look to go back into the fight, but Fighter, mispositioned, he gets taken out by Zeus. He secures that kill, and Shadow, in a bit of a rough situation as well, as Zareth will be able to buy some space away, but that was a massive misposition there from Fighter.
Yeah, and listen, GGG not quite closing the gold gap as they're still down about 2,000 gold, but securing that Dragon Soul for themselves, winning the team fight, destroying the Garen up top. Sivir Rose able to 1v1 Tomfoolery up there in the top lane and save their base. Listen, all in all, if I'm GGG, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, no, 100%. GGG. Now that we've hit the 35-minute mark, this Veigar has how many stacks? What's the stack count on? What's the AP
Veigar
count?
is sitting
820 AP for this Veigar here in the mid lane. This Cho'Gath now having about 8,000 health. And
yeah, 262
Team GGG,
stacks here.
Yeah, Team
Veigar.
GGG have officially hit the late game. They are probably stronger in terms of 5v5 fights with this Dragon Soul, with these Cho'Gath and Veigar as fed as they are. As long as they can execute it properly, they can win, as Arigato for LP now might be a bit caught out, as the Paranoia going to be used there onto Tomfoolery, and he just gets blasted. Down goes the Garen.
Yeah, Tomfoolery gonna be having PTSD
Rosen,
after this
when
game
you're caught out, but just gets healed back to full HP with that Soraka ultimate. Team GGG now electing to try and push out this mid wave, as Zeus going to get
yep. Force the flash there to live.
By the right of the arcane, does still manage to survive, but has to burn the flash to do so.
Yeah, and listen, meanwhile in the bot lane here, Fighter getting a great shove, a lot of gold going into his pocket, securing a lot of objectives for his team.
But meanwhile, teams GGG are looking to like to push this mid lane. That's a big knockup, landing off the 3 members of the TSK. That's Vex going down as well, and
Where
Team
is they
GGG
going?
might be able to end the game here.
Oh no! Oh, this has quickly turned very, very sour for Team Silent Knights as they hope they can hold on, but man, it does look like GGG is going to be able to end the game here. Tomfoolery has
spawned. For another 42
spawned.
seconds. Fighter just respawned. There isn't a Baron buff here for the side of Team GGG. They have to be careful here. Shadow going to dash himself in, but isn't going to find anything off of it. Fighter just looking to try and fight and zone them away from these Nexus turrets, as they're just going to elect to take the top lane tier.
Yep, looks like they will be able to hold on. Arigato about to be coming out of the fountain. They're going to choose to reset here.
They just need to
GGG
clear the waves.
still in a great position though to win the game. Man.
Oh man, Team GGG.
Yep, and listen, that pressure that Fighter created in the bot lane is already gone. The lane is quickly shoving back towards Team Silent Knights here.
Yeah, Fighter not being there for the team fight, and the rest of the team just gets caught with that split push there, with that split push occurring in the bot side.
Oh, listen, Baron spawning in about 30 seconds now. GGG looking to the Blizzard Gooblers looking to secure vision control here around this Baron. If they get this Baron, I think it's pretty safe to say it's GG.
Yeah, Termac hitting level 20 now. Termac hitting level 20 now. He's actually he's going to be a menace here in these team fights. As Fighter now has a GA in case he wants to go in case he goes down. Both the paranoia going to be used to prevent the right of the arcane from hitting anyone. 0 for 3. Zeus a little bit peeved that he just gets targeted down by the Xerath there.
Listen,
in the mid
it's
lane.
an understandable strategy, but definitely very frustrating for Zeus playing Soraka here. Oh,
Yeah,
Shadow in a
I
bit of a
mean-
dangerous spot here as well.
I think
They're gonna
it's fine
collapse
here.
there.
Spirit's Refuge going to be used
Yep.
to keep him safe, as the auto attack's not going to be able to do anything here on the side of onto the tanks of TSK.
Sivir now without ult, as she did pop ult there to try to run down Shadow. Probably not a wise decision, as he's pretty unkillable at this moment.
Elder Dragon spawning in 50. Both teams recognize this. They're trying to look to secure some control around this Baron and around these objectives here. Oh boy! Oh, this game, despite how it may look, it is on the knife's edge right now. Now TSK, but the onus is on TSK to try and make something happen here, because GGG have that Cho'Gath feast, not devour.
Yep,
excuse me.
Elder Dragon spawning here, and this is going to definitely turn into
They
a team
have the
fight around
feast
this
from the
objective.
Cho'Gath. They have the smite there from Gabe.
Termac is teleported
They
in,
have
and
the
he is
silver
ready.
smite.
He is ready to feast. Yep, Nocturne popping
Out
that
comes the
ultimate.
paranoia here from the side of Gabe, but everybody on TSK standing together as Shadow of Light elects to engage here onto the side of Zeus, but won't be able to get anything off of it, as they just need to look for a fight. Termac trying to look for any knockups he can potentially get from these.
And listen,
as
Super's
just
moving
doesn't
into
take
the
any
base of Team
damage from
Silent
this
Knights
Caitlyn
here.
at this very current moment. As Event Horizon going to lock up the Rel, does chunk her out a little, as both teams just looking to jostle over positioning for this Elder Dragon. None of these teams want to give this up.
Yeah,
but
forced to
there's-
respond here as super minions
the
are in their
Nexus turrets
base.
on the side of Team SK. They're going to go down if they don't do anything about it. Tomfoolery electing to base to try and deal with these turret tap minions. Here comes the engage from the side of TSK, but
Oh,
Arigato kind of getting being throttled there on the backside, as the Stand United going to be used to try and keep Fighter safe, as the knockout comes out onto Shadow of Light. He's going to go down as well, is he? Rosen flashes in to try and do the damage, won't be able to do so as Termac flashes in as well. That's Fighter going to go into the GA now. The feast being used on the Caitlyn, that's a big pick though. Yeah, Fighter's surely going to go down. Liv is the one that picked that one up, and Team GGG using that pressure from the top side on the TSK's Nexus are going to secure the Elder Dragon, and likely the Baron as well. Termac just looking to zone away Shadow so that he can't try and smite this one away. Vex going to use the right of the Arcane to try and buy some space to steal away the Dragon. Won't be able to do that though, and now they have the Elder Dragon. Termac going to just execute Shadow there in the jungle, and they might look to just end the game right now.
Yeah.
They don't have the Baron buff just yet, but will they even need it?
Looking to force an engage there once Tomfoolery had a recall and they were in a 4v5 situation. Probably was the decision that cost them the game there in the end.
Yeah, unfortunate chip blunder there from the side of Arigato over LP, but we'll just have to see. They do still have some really good wave clear with Vex still alive here in the mid lane. Fighters respawning in 2. They might still be able to manage it as Arigato for LP goes in. Zeus forced to flash away from the rest of the team, but
yeah,
that's just
but
not
they
enough.
have an Elder buff. Listen,
Keeps going on. There's the knock up on the Fighter. Termac manages to pick that one up, and this will be Team GGG taking game 1 of this series in a decisive manner.
All right, a little crack in the armor of Team Silent Knights, as they are our last undefeated team. They will now have to pull off the reverse sweep if they want to keep that streak alive. My goodness, what a game. Definitely a fun one. You're right, Ali.